Welcome everybody, it's finally here. Satisfactory 1.0, although it does say it's early access according to that patch notes, but I assure you, this is 1.0, so I'm not sure what that's all about, but hey. Let's start a new game. I'm going to start where everybody who's new should start, really, in grass fields. It's an easier start, so let's call it... this is all one map, by the way, guys. For those who are new, it's just different starting areas. I'm not going to skip the intro. I'm going to do this right from the beginning. So let's rock. No advanced settings enabled. This is completely vanilla. Let's go.
Separation from main transport complete. Group 8 delivered to Calistian region. All pioneers functional, initiating dispersion. Attention pioneer, I am Ada, your personal instance of the artificial directory and assistant. Welcome to the Fixit Incorporated Save the Day program. A Fixit pioneer has 3 core assignments. Construct. All pioneers must follow Fixit guidelines and instructions when constructing any building. Automate. Every pioneer is responsible for setting up and managing efficient pipelines, outposts, and power infrastructure. Explore and exploit. Fixit selected planets are rich with resources suitable for direct use or further investigation. Stay within your designated. And that is why the world is counting on pioneers like you. Fixit. Short-term solutions to long-term problems. Initiating planetfall. Atmospheric entry in 3, 2, 1. Beginning aero assist. Drag within acceptable parameters. Activating retro propulsion. Touchdown. Planetfall complete. Drop pod integrity nominal. Omni-situational exploration suit nominal. Pioneer. Acceptable. Congratulations, you are the 3rd in your region to survive planetfall. Welcome to Massage 2, AB-B, in the binary system of Akicha.
Well, did you enjoy that? I thought I'd leave, not speak during that sort of, intro. I just love the graphics on that as well, like a little cartoon. So it looks pretty good. That looks pretty brand spanking new, actually. It doesn't look like it just flew through space, does it? But hey-ho. But yeah, this part, we're obviously, this is like the intro. This is where you'll start if you're brand new and you decide to not to skip the intro. So I'm just going to follow the guided prompts like we do. Yep, yes, get rid of that. So, let's, you press V on this, by the way, for those people who are not used to this game, and Ada will be talking a lot through this, and I'll try not to talk over her when I can, but all she's just telling us is to look around, basically. But look at it, it looks quite good, 1.0, doesn't it? I mean, all the fun stuff is further down the line, but there's some fantastic stuff to come as well. Blueprints, we can have a 5x5 now as well as a 4x4. Oh, there's too much to talk about, and I'm sure there'll be other content creators out there who'll go through all the bits and bobs. I, on the other hand, I'm going to do just this. I'm going to do, as quick as I can, I'm going to do a bloody run through. Let's just pick up as much of this. We need to, for those again who are never played this game before, we need to pick up these slugs. We need to pick up. Oh, we'll go down there. Let's see if I can just attack this little thing here. It's not attacking me. That's good. Perhaps this is because it's green fields. I don't know. But they're pretty tame. Pretty tame, them, so. Easy kill. So yeah, as I was saying, we just need to collect everything. It'll become, you know, obvious later, but this is so we can get our biogenerators going. We're not going to be doing that straight away. By the way, this is going to be primarily, what have we got here? Copper. Yeah, we don't need copper yet, but we'll be coming back to that. We need iron right now. So yeah, we need to just pick up everything that we can possibly pick up. So there's like berries, there's Mercer, some special stuff. We'll see it as we get along. But yeah, I'm really thrilled. I've been looking forward to 1.0 for some time. We do have a story in this, and perhaps if anybody is not too sure what this game's all about, it's primarily a factory building game. Yes, it's a little bit of a survivalist game, little, but it's not just a factory game. This isn't Factorio. It's something that just you will expect to spend a lot of time in here if it hooks. Let's get rid of this. So we found the iron nodes here, so we're going to drop our hub. So what we're going to do at this point is basically drop our... Let's get some iron out of the way first. Just take one of these tops off. We're going to drop our hub nearby. Hubs, by the way, we can just, you know, get rid of them, redeploy them anywhere we want. So you want them to be reasonably close to where, you know, where you're going to be mainly working. At this point, we're going to have a little bit of concrete, a little bit of copper wire, but mainly it's going to be iron. So hub's better being around near the iron ore. Look at that for a view. Nice. You know, targets, obviously once we get this hub built, probably not going to have much time to do much else in this video, otherwise it'll just get too long. Hours can sink in this game, guys. I mean, you know, literally hundreds and not. I have over 1,000 hours. I'm not even sure how many hours I've got now, but it's well over 1,000 in early access. So I'm seeing this for the first time, just like you are. But, you know, it's going to be pretty much there or thereabouts. The story's going to add some. We got a lot of new stuff though. But when you start this, you literally build the hub. So if you skip this part, you automatically get the hub. You still more or less follow the same sort of, not quests I'll say, but same actions to build up your arsenal of constructors and smelters and all that sort of stuff. This is great. So this is the hub. So we're in tier 0, which would be, you know, grayed out if you chose to skip it. So first thing we're going to do is get some iron rods. So we can use our workbench here. Now we're going to be primarily doing this all the way through this video. We're not going to be building any factories. Guys, you're not going to build any factories at the first 2 tiers, realistically. We'll have a bit of a factory sorted out at the latter end of tier 2. But really, we're only looking at factories once we get to coal, because that's when we can start with true optimization. Automation. Before then, it's quicker just to handcraft more or less everything. So here I'm just obviously creating the iron ingots, and now I'm going for the iron rods just to close out that first milestone. Should be enough, that I think. Yep, easy enough. 10. And what's that give us? It's give us a roof, basically.
Hub upgrade 1, storage and frame completed.
Oh, and a storage.
The portable miner can now be made in the workshop.
So we got, it's a small storage box, basically.
First milestone, the first of many providing access to new recipes and technologies for the Fix-It mission.
Thank you, Ada.
Next objective, complete hub upgrade 2.
Now, this is not like No Man's Sky, by the way. You're not going to get a quest for everything that Ada says. Basically, every time we move forward with a milestone, we'll get some extra stuff we can build. So I'm not going to concentrate too much on that. I'm just going to try and concentrate on getting these milestones done. So what I actually need now, I actually need an automated miner, which is obviously not the big miner, which we'll have obviously when the factories are up and running, or we start, that sort of thing. These are small units, which we make in here in the workshop. So I'm going to need just to get some of this ore out by hand. And these little automated miners, they'll just, you know, don't need any power, basically. They just, you know, drill up the ore, or whichever ore they're on, and it maxes out at 100, and then they'll stop, and then you have to empty them. So it's still a bit of a manual thing, but at least we don't have to stand there trying to chisel it. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'm not going to do that yet. I'm actually going to go, let me go and build the workshop, and then let's get the automated miners up. So you get these in the workshop. These, by the way, are needed as well to the portable miners, not automatic miners, sorry. They're needed to when you deploy the miners themselves. So I think it's just one for the Mark 1 miner, and I think it's 2 for the Mark 2. So we just literally put them in our hands, use H just cycle through, and that's it. Normally I would put more on here, but obviously I only had enough materials for one. But we'll probably just put, I don't know, 3 or 4 on here. Should be enough, I think. Again, it's just to get through the main tiers, and then we need to build the space elevator. But we get to that part when we get to the, I mean, let's concentrate on making the hub. Quick sip of coffee. So, let's see what we've got coming up here. Oh, no. Right, we can go back here, back to the workbench. Could probably build a workbench actually right next to the place. These workbenches and the one I've just built, basically you can build numerous. You know, it's not just one. You can build a number of them. Normally, I just drop them down when I'm doing this sort of manual, you know, grinding, we'll say. Just drop a workbench next to where you're working, and then you don't need to keep huffing it back there or get it. So these crafting benches, you can drop them about anywhere, but don't have the thingy for that. So let's just make some more of these. So if you're, as I'll sort of just continue chatting while I'm just doing this, if you're just starting, I recommend you doing this way, because it's not showing you what you're going to do in the future, because at the end of the day we'll be building factories and letting all this be automated. But what it's showing you, the principle of what we're doing, you know, we take something out the ground, make it into something on a workbench or in a factory or through a constructor or an assembler. Well, actually a constructor. And then sometimes what we make, we can add to something else, what we also make, and it'll make something else. And that's where you sort of get the automation, where you're combining two to make a different product. You'll see that as we go along. But right now, Generally what we're looking at, I would think, in this, I could make a few more of these now. What we'll be looking at here is obviously iron, copper and concrete for this section. So concrete is done by finding a limestone ore. Copper, we need that for wire and cable. And iron we'll need for, as you've seen, iron rods and iron plates. And eventually screws, and for iron as well, which is the bane of our life in Satisfactory. And also reinforced iron plates, which we're going to be needing once we get a bit further down the line. But in this sort of section, we'll probably not go as high as the concrete and the limestone and such, and copper wires and copper cable. So with all these, at least it picks it up. I'm not gonna build anything else. I'm not gonna put any power down once we get to that stage until we've at least got probably a good few of the milestones done in tiers 1 and 2, and then we can start thinking of putting something together. It's just handcrafting is quicker. Yeah, it is a lot to sit back and go through all this. But at the end of the day, it does keep you going. I mean, it's like any game, isn't it? When you start a game, you have to go through these tedious bits, but it's not tedious if you've never met it before. And it's still quite an accomplishment. So let's see what the next upgrade gives us in our hub. Gives us walls.
Power and shell completed. The smelter can turn raw ore such as copper and iron into ingots, and the
See, all these we're going to get from that.
Fun fact, most of the native flora and fauna is compatible with Fixit technology.
Fun fact.
With inappropriate materials will result in deductions or even cancellation of your yearly bonus. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 3.
It's nice to have Ada about sometimes. But yeah, just to reiterate what we're doing here. So we need to get copper in this one as well. So what we need to do is do a lot of this handcrafting stuff, get tiers 1 and 2 out the way once we've got 0, what we're doing now, out the way. And then, yeah, we're looking at then starting building factories and seeing what 1.0 has in store for us. Fun times ahead, I think. All right, let's grind some more. Right, let's get these iron rods and plates done as well. Why not? Okay, that's that done. Now I need... It's beautiful night sky, isn't it? Let's have a look over here actually, just see what the view's like. The 1.0 views are not spectacular, I must admit, in the grassy fields where it's dropped us off, but it is definitely different. Don't really used to use grassy fields a lot. And by the way, now a difference between 1.0 and early access is the nodes have all changed. So some have changed location, some have been added, some have been taken away, some purities have been changed as well. Each node has a different purity, so it starts as, I can't remember what it is now, pure, normal, and I can't remember what the other one's called now. I want to say immature, I can't remember, but there's a low one. And a lot in green fields are generally on the lower end of ores. It doesn't affect the amount. I mean, basically these are all unlimited, so all the ores will go on forever. But it affects the amount per minute that your miner can extract. Now we've got we're going to be using a Mark 1. So without any overclocking, which you don't have yet anyway, we're probably looking at, I don't know, probably about 30, I think, if I remember rightly. for an impure no. That's it. It's impure, which this is what this is. It's always a pure one on this top that you've got to get rid of. So let's see if we can get some more of those automatic miners. So yeah, and I think it's 60 for a normal mode and then 120 for a 120 per minute for a pure. But you can use power shards as well, and we'll get to that. That's what the slugs are for, but we haven't opened that yet. So we need to, you've heard Ada talking about the MAM. Well, that's what we need to, sort of put out, but I'm not gonna waste my time with that right now. Don't really need to be there. So what I need to do is to get this hub done. Once I get this hub done, we can start worrying about the other stuff. So I really do advise you guys, you know, if you're brand new to the game, you don't skip the introduction and you go through this pain. However, you'll still go through this pain. Even if you skip it, it just means you'll have a hub. So you still have to do the same stuff. You might start with a few extra storage slots because we hardly get any. You get extra storage slots back, or inventory, I guess we'll call it in this particular instance. It increases as you go along. Certain milestones will open up more slots as such, and same goes for your hand slots and your head slots and all that sort of stuff. So we've got a smelter, what's new, a bit of a power line. None of this I'm going to be implementing. I mean, it's just because they all need power. And your hub comes with a power supply that we can think, but like I say, it's just faster to not do it. It's faster just to do the handcrafting. What's down here? It's always good to check these crevices and all that sort of stuff because you're looking for things that you can collect. The more you can collect, then the more rewards we'll get off them the MAM later. And a lot of these will be specific. Most of the stuff will be really high up. And we're not going to be able to get high. Because I've not had any mods. And I'm on vanilla, so I can't fly until we get the jetpack. And the only other way to reach the top is to build a ramp. So we need to build a ramp. Okay. Let's do a bit more of this. 48 in there. 49 in there. Yep. Let's get back up there. Oh, God, I love this game. And I'm so excited that 1-0 is here now. I'm more excited for what's to come. I know what's coming. And if you're not sure about Satisfactory, you probably don't. But and those of you who do, I'm sure you're having the same ball as I am. I mean, like, I bet a majority of people are probably doing this right from the beginning just to see what's changed. And to be honest, I'm not. It looks cleaner. The graphics definitely are better. But it's that long since I've done this. I can't remember. Oh, what's this here? Oh, this is all right. You can yeah, I remember hearing about this. Never really go in the hub otherwise. I don't know if this was available in update type, but I never used it, but we can pick pick some different sort of things. I've seen some complaints on Steam is, you know, you can't have a male one, you can't do different this, you can't do robots, you can't change the but I mean, at least we've got something. You don't really see them, to be fair. You want to see the arms as you're running. I suppose you'll see them on multiplayer as such, or the other player will. So these trinkets are just what hang from the build gun. Again, pedantic. Might change those colours though. What should they have? Yeah, let's just leave it at that. Let's have, I always like red. What else can we have? A bit of more red, purple. Yeah, not keen on that. Let's have a white base, a pure white base. So all the Fs. Not sure. What if you just went the opposite and did white on this one as well? Yeah, I could play forever doing this, to be honest. There's not a lot of things, but you can see this being upgraded as we go along. I mean, Coffee Stain, excellent studio, by the way. Excellent, people in there, especially the community managers. So what we're going to see probably... Oh, there's the toilet. I didn't know it was an actual... Okay, I can put one thing in there, it looks like. Not sure how you flush it though. Apparently the flush does work now. Yeah, it's not built out yet, so it's just adding up. So what have we got here? Upgrade 4. Can't remember how many there is, but we need some of them. So we need 75 of those. We need some cable. And looks like we're going to need some cement too. Or concrete, sorry. So cable is also used for power. I'm not going to do power, so I'm not going to go mad on cable. I'm not going to do power yet anyway. So right, I need some concrete now. So let's see, where's our concrete? So again, hold V, pick the resource you want and ping it. And just let V go and it will automatically ping it. Okay, it's down there. Don't want to jump too far because we don't have the extra help with the skates, and if we die, no mods or anything, so basically I lose everything, end up back at the hub, and then I have to find my body to retrieve my stuff or find the crate with my stuff in it. Which is not a problem if you fall nearby, but if you fall down a crevice, you may not be able to get to your box type of thing. Oh, that's another thing as well. Once we do create the jetpack, which will be essential for us to be flying around, especially easier for building and all that sort of stuff, it is now in 1.0 going to take different fuel types. So normally just float about, you need to have a certain amount of overhead in your electricity supply, and as long as you was within the zone, it would take some of that and let you fly around. But now it takes any of the fuels, I believe. So that's quite cool. Yeah, we're picking loads of these up right now. Power pole. There's my constructor, which is obviously what we're going to be using once we start building. I'm not going to build on the ground, I've decided. I mean, you can build on the ground and make it into spaghetti. Some people take that as fun as well, but it can be painful. It can be very painful, actually. So let's make a few of these. Let's see what we got here. So we've got 3, 4. No, that's it. Should make it perhaps another one of them as well. Just as a backup in case I do drop out somewhere dodgy. I always forget as well, these portable miners are actually in your inventory, not in your build menu. Your build menu, by the way, is Q, for those who are not sure, on your keyboard. And you press tab to open your inventory. Perhaps I should have mentioned that. Right, drop another crafting bench down, and what we can do, we can start to... You don't get a hell of a lot of concrete. What else have we got here? Might be worth just doing some of this while we're waiting. What are we doing that for? Let's see how many I've got in there. Running out of space, basically. I need to offload some stuff. Should have some room for this. Okay, what have we got here? Nice. I'll get these as well, pale berries. No food, no space. Still need to get these. Bushes I can still pick up because you can carry up to 500 of them in one stack. So I've obviously not filled up that stack yet. Must be getting close. The reason I start picking these up now is because once we use the biogenerators, we're going to need them, because until we get the chainsaw, once we get the chainsaw, we can just go out and do a bit of deforestation. You know, keep the eco thing up. So let's drop whatever we can in here. We don't need. Drop with that. All this is useful for the MAM later on. Keep the rest of the stuff. So let's head back to the. Keep picking that up. I know I'm filling up my inventory as fast as I'm emptying it, but it's not a big issue right now. And there's something about a dimensional. There we go.
Potential edible collected. If consumed before authorized is compatible with the human digestive system by
Need to pick all them up for the MAM.
for any and all
You can eat them as well, and it basically restores some health if you lose any. It will tick up over time anyway. But mainly we need to get this because we need it for the MAM to do some research and open up some interesting stuff like smart splitters in the end and all that sort of stuff. Through all sort of different stuff, quartz and Mercer, all not Mercer, sorry, Samo would probably be the next one. Samo, by the way, was one that was we always got to in early access, but it didn't do anything. But in this, it does. In 1.0, it does. And we're going to see the story here as well. See what the story texts us, because none of us have seen the story, because at the end of the day, early access didn't have a story. It was all basically done. Right, got them done. Should we get some more? Probably. What have we got here? Let's fill it up with whatever we can. I mean, we only need this right now for the build, but eventually concrete's going to be very important to us. So at a later stage, we'll have to look to see what, get some definite factories set up to pull out as much concrete as we possibly can. Let's have a look down here. Always worth checking these crevices wherever you are, because you don't know what else is there you can pick up. And we need slugs, plenty of slugs, because each slug is worth a power shard to us once we get that unlocked. All these unlocks and these power shards, things like that, we need the MAM first just to get them unlocked. And we need to get overclock in so we can underclock as well as overclock, so we can get, strive for the 100% efficiency. Although I'm quite sort of easy on that, really, to be honest. As long as there's enough input to get the output I want. If it's a little bit over, then yeah, we'll stick a sink in. And that's another thing probably we'll be looking at as well. We're looking for crashed ships. Well, not crashed ships, crashed these things. Or what we came down and
Hub upgrade 4
Oh, very nice. So yeah, we can look looking for crash stuff, which gives us basically a hard drive, so we can get alternative recipes. And then I think we're just looking like we must have one more to go. I think. Yeah.
If this is something you struggle with, do not worry. Fixit has alternative uses for all their pioneers. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 5.
So yeah, just looking through to see what I need here. But yeah, so we'll be looking for obviously crash stuff so we can get the hard drives, so we can open up alternative recipes, which I believe has changed as well. It's something like a bit of a choice system on it or something, but we'll see that when we get to it. The other thing that we need to find out there is obviously the slugs.
Hub upgrade 5, power expansion completed. The miners
That's it, we're all done.
miners can be connected to conveyor belts and
Are we done?
power to function. Caution.
No, one more.
Expand. The energy
Dang.
demand of your production may exceed the capacity of your power grid. Beyond
Right, I think we can get most of this.
pioneers,
Do we have everything for this? Let's have a look.
after planetfall. If you are experiencing nosebleeds, nausea, existential or an itchy scalp, there is no need for concern. This should pass within 5 to 7 workdays. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 6.
Don't claim sick. Right, let's get some copper out. Okay, that's all the wire done. That should be enough now to close this off. That should definitely be it now. And there we go.
6. Landing platform
I can hear her coming in.
completed. Freighter landing initialized. Congratulations, you have completed onboarding and achieved the
Onboarded, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, we built the hub, guys.
to your future achievements because a future with Fixit as a future
So I'm probably not going to last too long on this video because I don't want it to be too long, but inside here you can play that video game, by the way. I'm not going to click into it now, but that video game you can play.
project assembly by space elevator.
And nothing else has changed. So look, just see what we can do in here.
Fixit recommends getting to work.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Nothing else up there. So we've got to really start to get in touch with 1 and 2 here. So, you know, we'll probably start some sort of factory setup. It's going to be very basic. And probably no walls. But yeah, we'll priority here is to get the stuff we need to move forward with and build the space elevator. So we're going to need some power. So what am I going to go through first? Probably logistics. Do you know what I need? I actually need, if I'm thinking of power, I need to get my chainsaw. I think I'm going to prioritise that. It doesn't really matter what you prioritise at this level because we need them all anyway. Well, apart from the jumping thing, I'm not bothered about the jelly and landing thing. But yeah, I think we're going to be just going to get some of these out the way. Probably just empty what needs to be made. To move forward, I need some screws. So I'm going to need to get some iron rods made, I think, to get the screws. Going to need some cable, so I'm going to need some copper along the way as well to get more cable. Yeah. So I've made some of these biomass. You get longer on these, by the way. So we put them in there for now. And yeah, I think we're pretty much near enough good to go. I think I'll probably look to sort of like just roll like this. I wonder, I I've got a spur thingy in here. A spur Xeno Zapper. Should we see if we can try and flush it away? We can make them anytime. Let's see if we can get the flush working before I finish. Let's put in the... How do we do it? Anything? Okay. It's in there, definitely. What if I take it out and put it in the bin? Yeah. So there's took it out. There's the bin. Okay. Oh, flush. Oh, wrong key. Come on. Where's he gone? There you go. They were right. Flush works. Right, folks. We'll call it a day there.